Everyone, and welcome to a special edition of the Ronnie Show. As you know, this is our sports edition that we do, like always. We haven't had one in a while, which is not right, so we're having one right here, right now. So, things we're going to be talking about the NHL Stanley Cup Finals, which are going on right now, and the NBA Finals that just wrapped up this past week, and then some MLB scores, and then USHL releasing their schedule, including the Sioux City Musketeers. They released their schedule too, so we'll get into that here in just a few moments. But first, we'll start off with the Stanley Cup Finals. Right now, Colorado leads the series 2-1. Game 4 is tonight. The home team has won every single game in this series. Game 1 went to the Avs 4-3 in overtime. Game 2, was rather a blowout, 7-0. And then Game 3, which took place Monday night, last game, Tampa Bay won that one 6-2. And then tonight we have another game, Avalanche at the Lightning. Who knows? We'll see if the home team will win this one tonight. Seems like Tampa Bay, they're starting to get their groove back here a little bit more. So hopefully that last game wasn't a fluke. Hopefully they continue to do well, as we head into tonight. Warriors beat the Celtics 103-90. That was Game 6 of last weekend. Or last Thursday, rather, I should say. As you see, fourth title in 8 years for Golden State. I mean, I already had a sheet of paper. I usually have a sheet of paper full of notes for, stuff to talk about here. I mean, it says it on there already, but I already had a sheet of notes out, so we're good on that. I'm not, Alright, anyway, we'll take a look at last night's games. Man, we had a few extra inning games last night. The Marlins beat the Rockies 9-8, and then the Dodgers beat the Reds 8-2. Pirates beat the Cubs 7-1. The Nats beat the Orioles 3-0. The Red Sox beat the Tigers 5-4. The Rays beat the Yankees 5-4 as well there. Then the Giants beat the Braves 12-10. Man, that was a high-scoring game there. Final in 11 innings, the Guardians beat the Twins 6-5. The Rangers beat the Phillies 7-0. The Astros beat the Mets 8-2. The Cardinals beat the Brewers 6-2. The final in 12 innings from Chicago in the White Sox at the Blue Jays 7-6 in 12 innings. The next two went 11. Kansas City at the Angels, we'll call them 12-11. Another high scoring game there. Boy, that was exciting. The Shohei Ohtani 3-run homer to tie it up. I watched a little bit of this game. Just so you know. And then the Padres beat the Diamondbacks 3-2. I watched from like the 9th inning, it was more like the 7th inning on of this game, 3-2, final in 11. Well, it was after the Dodgers and Reds game was over. Then I turned it on to that game. I don't remember what inning they were in, but the Mariners beat the A's 8-2 there as well. Alright, USHL officially releasing their schedule. Musketeers officially releasing their schedule here too as well. It's going to start off with the Fall Classic up in Pittsburgh. They'll play Green Bay and Chicago on Friday and Saturday. Friday's game's at 12 p.m. And then Saturday night's game is at 2:30 p.m. Or Saturday afternoon's game, not Saturday night's game. Okay, we gotta look at the schedule here. Okay, so no, it's Thursday and Friday. I thought it was Friday, Saturday, but it's Thursday and Friday. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, so the home opener, when we raise the championship banner, that will be October 8th. So yes, Des Moines at Sioux City. Des Moines will be in town here. And, as you know, with primetime programming right now, what's going to happen is that everything's going to shift behind 1 hour. So, as you can see, the Musketeers are going to keep their 6 p.m. start times on Saturday. So, and then, as you know, that that means the game would start at 7 p.m. But or for you guys on here, but that means I'd have to push primetime programming up, and there was even one time that it started at like 4:30 p.m., like right, in the afternoon still. So yeah, that's why we're pushing it back. So now all games, regardless of day of the week, will start at 8 p.m. unless it's Sunday. Sunday, then we can, kind of transition into primetime programming right from the game. So that will stay right there unchanged. So yeah, other games on the schedule. We're assuming Crosscheck Cancer Night will be Crosscheck Cancer Night will be on the 22nd. Musketeers won't release their official promotions calendar until next week, so we probably won't know many other promotions, like the Star Wars Night and Boy Scouts Night and things like that. We won't know when all that is until next week. Next week we might do a little, weekly or special edition of the Ronnie Show, just, with that and, other stuff. Once the once the Stanley Cup Finals wrap up there, then we'll do, kind of a little something like that. Okay, next games. As you can see there, we have a Wednesday afternoon game here in town at 11 a.m. Now, I don't know why that is exactly. One of the reasons I've heard is that they're going to try to get a few schools for field trips to the game. That's one of the reasons I've heard because of this. Why they've done this, I should say. But, if I have to miss school on that Wednesday morning to go and watch that game, I'm going to do it for you guys. I got to do it. I mean, nobody's going to show up, but, I'll still go because my mom has the day off, so she can take me, and, Dad can too, so, yeah. So if I have to miss school that day, you guys know I will. I mean, my school might not like that, but, think I care? No. I mean, unless they give me, like, a detention or a suspension for it, then, And just so you know, everyone, I have never gotten a detention at all in any of my middle school years, and so far, first year of high school, so I've never gotten a detention. In middle school, we used to have these things called tardies, which would or what would happen with that, or if we forgot like a supply, like a book, or the class book we use for something like that, we would get a tardy, or if we got our homework in our locker, we would get a tardy for that. Even a pencil too. Even if we didn't have a pencil, we would get a tardy for that too, instead of just, I mean, even if you had to borrow one from the teacher, you'd still get a tardy for it, which I think they went a little ham about it, but, it's okay. I only got one tardy then the whole time I was in middle school, so, yeah. I mean, I don't get in trouble very often at all anyway, because, I do a good student, I get my work done, and then, we can play around later on. That's kind of how I am. Get my work done first, and then, play later. Work now, play later. Kind of. I'm just that kind of person anyway, Let's see. Night before Thanksgiving. That's a tradition. We'll have Omaha in town there, and then we'll have a Saturday night game, kind of to wrap up our Thanksgiving marathon too. That Saturday game will, against Tri-City, so that should be interesting. And then I believe on the 10th we will have Teddy Bear Toss Night, but once again, everyone, I am not sure what the promotions calendar yet. They haven't released it. Let's see, and then we, of course, have our annual New Year's Eve game at home against Omaha. Since New Year's Eve's on a Saturday, it's going to start at 6 p.m., but, regardless, it's going to start at 8 p.m. for you guys, and that's pretty much going to take us right into the new year, that game. Well, and then we're going to have a special edition of the Ronnie Show. It's not going to be live. It's just, well, it might be live. I don't know. I haven't decided yet where we actually celebrate New Year's, I don't know, because usually after the games, I don't like to film stuff because, because my energy's pretty much gone from the time the game starts, and by the time we finish our after-game dinner, or lunch, depending on, what time it is. Usually I don't have very much energy left at all. Maybe I'm like got 20% energy afterwards, and I really don't want to, come back down here and film something for you guys. I just don't want to do that. I mean, no offense to you guys, but I really like to do film videos in the afternoon so that I can have the evenings, to edit the videos and, do whatever other work I need to get done for, potential video ideas for you guys. So, yeah, that's kind of how my day goes. Unless, if I don't have anything to film, then usually the next day or whatever, if I don't have anything to film next day, then I'll, edit the videos next day and, enjoy my evening the previous night. But yeah. And as you can see there on the schedule, we're going to have a rematch of the Clark Cup Finals the night before New Year's Eve. So, 2 big games back to back there to close out the year. Should be interesting there, I should say. Or I'll say. Whatever. And then the final regular season game, nothing's going to happen. I mean, this is all these games are going to take place during March Madness. So I have an idea, which I'll get to here in a minute, about something we can do in the future. And then, of course, our final game of the year at home against Omaha on April 22nd. So, yeah. Yeah, we're hoping Muskie can make the playoffs again. Maybe even win the championship once again, too, because, that'd be nice back-to-back in a row. I think, though, with the banner ceremony, they might do something where, I don't know, this is just what I'm thinking, but they might have something, kind of like, they might have all the players from the championship team come back and, have like a celebration night, of the Clark Cup win. I know we've already done so many celebrations, but, they might do something like that again, They might even have the whole team back for that opening night when they raise the banner. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. That'd just be cool, if they can invite all the team members back and, so, yeah. I just think that'd be cool, to be completely honest with you, but it's the Musketeers. They decide, when promotions are, what dates, and, stuff like that. So, anyway. So, I was thinking about this, and the idea didn't really occur to me until maybe, I think it was Sunday night or Monday, when I was thinking about future video ideas. I was thinking that we could do a new show called Ronnie's Wide World, or Ronnie Vidin's Wide World of Sports. Now, I got this idea from a couple of things. One, you can watch MLB games on Reddit, so, we could do that. And then, as you know, first it started with one question somebody asked me over private message. They're like, Ronnie, why don't you cover any other teams in the Sioux City area besides the Musketeers? Because, we have a baseball team, we have an independent baseball team, and we got an indoor football team, and we're going to have a basketball team here soon, too. So, yeah, they're like, Ronnie, why don't you cover any of those teams? Mainly because, A, hockey's my favorite sport, and 2, I'm actually kind of tied in to the Musketeers, and I'll kind of tell you why. So my dad was famous for driving the Zamboni for the Musketeers because he would always wear a tuxedo, and, I never really understood why he was so popular because of it. I mean, I guess he was popular because that's how he met my mom, so there's a love story right there, because she was a Stampede fan, and she would always come down from Sioux Falls to watch the games here in Sioux City, and, that they just kind of met. Well, my mom sat right next to where the Zamboni came out, and this was when they were in the old auditorium. Yeah, if you look it up online, you can see pictures of the old auditorium and what it was like inside. In fact, the ice inside wasn't even regulation size, so there's a cool fact for you. They more tried to fit everyone in, if that makes sense. As much people as possible into the arena, if that makes sense. So, yeah, so that's how they met. My mom and dad met, and then I went to my first Muskies game when I was 3 weeks old, so I am still kind of tied to them, and sort of, I guess you can kind of say that. I'm tied into the Musketeers, I guess you can say. So and plus, as you know, early on, I was broadcasting, with my tripod and my phone and everything. Well, the Musketeers did that. They made that possible for me. They gave me a spot up by the scoreboard and by the suites where, I could do it. So that's one of the reasons why I only cover Musketeer games, because, they give me those opportunities to do that and, meet the players and, talk to them and everything. So that, and none of the other teams here in around our city do that. So that's why I don't cover them as much as I do the Musketeers. So yeah, that's really the answer to the question. But I've seen that the indoor football team streams their games on YouTube. So maybe, if the Musketeers, are away, we could be listening to them on the radio while I could broadcast the Bandits games. And then, if there's a sporting event going on TV, we could kind of that's kind of what I was thinking of. We can use my whole basement kind of like, as a sports studio, where I broadcast play-by-play, and then, we can listen to a couple other games going on, because, NBA, they show Saturday games on ABC, so, I can maybe call a little bit of that, too, and, I could give you updates on the Musketeers game, too, wherever they are. That was just an idea. And then maybe during the summer, since we can watch, baseball games on Reddit, maybe I could call the baseball game on there, and maybe there might be a baseball game on TV. For example, Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN, or the Fox Sports Saturday games, or do something like that. Wow, I could broadcast, the Explorers games, something like that. And it doesn't have to be every single game, it could be, maybe one game a week, 2 games a week, something like that, it doesn't have to be every single game. I mean, we'll do that for the Musketeers, but not for, like, the Explorers or the Bandits, unless they make it to, like, the championship, and then we'll do every single game, kind of like that. So, yeah, that's kind of why I don't call the other teams around the area, because, they actually gave me permission the Musketeers gave me permission to do it, so, the other kind of teams don't, unless, I'm, like, sitting in my own home, and, doing it like that. That's when they don't mind. Holy cow. Okay. That's pretty much it. So maybe that's a potential idea. Ronnie's Wide World of Sports. We might do sort of like a test broadcast, but it's going to be pre-filmed. I was planning on doing this live, but we might do it pre-filmed just to, test the water, see, what can improve, and I may not even upload it too. I don't know. We'll see. There might be a pilot before it becomes an official series, but yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching us. Let's see, I just got done filming the season premiere, and it looks like it has, or it seems like it is uploaded, or finished, finished up in terms of the editing stage. So I'm gonna, upload it, and then do a couple more things on my computer, and then I'll go straight into filming the second episode. See, the funny thing is, I've already filmed episodes 3 and 4, and they're already up on YouTube as premieres here, coming up within the next month or so, within the next month. So, yeah, it just seems kind of weird to me, but that's just how things work. You're gonna see why that is on our season premiere, why I had to pre-film episodes 3 and 4 first before I did first and second. You'll see why that happened, because it was a big catastrophe what happened. Okay, that's funny. All right, that's going a bit too far, but you'll know what I mean once I, explain everything to you, and yeah, you'll get the memo. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching us, and we'll see you all next time here. Bye-bye.